Hey, good evening, everybody. Come on in. We are so very excited about tonight. It is day number 17 of our culturally affirming books, and it is Indie Week. And meaning for those that might have been watching, indie authors are authors that self publish or develop their own books instead of going through a major publishing house. And so this week we've been spotlighting some wonderful indie authors. I happen to be an indie author. I wrote Panther in the Sky, and it was published and came out in 2019. And then I wrote Purple Heart Highway, which came out again in 2019. And so very excited to share some very culturally affirming books. And we have a great treat for you tonight. We have a dad and his young son that's going to read a book that's written by an indie author. But before we do that, I want you all to see what some great things that you can get out from it. So we want you to make sure that you pay attention. Please participate. Please interact because you could win a gift tonight. Here we go. Watch this.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist in the air.
Put your fist up.
Yeah. Put your fist up. What we want, what we need, what we deserve. Freedom. Black power, scream it loud.
So those are some great books that we plan on giving away free. It's free to register. So if you have not registered, please make sure you register. The link is below. There it is, right there. And you can register. It is free. The event is September the 19th, 2020 from 12 to 3 p.m. And we're giving away those 3 bundles. And if you saw the prices that were on there, one of the bundles is over $120. The second bundle is over $130. In our last hour, each hour we're going to be giving away one of those bundles. And the last hour, that package is worth almost $165. 11 wonderful culturally affirming books. And so you want to do that. If you're out there listening, come on, give a shout out, say something. I'm gonna say something to you first. Here we go. You break the ice. Hello, everybody. How you doing? So please put your posts, put your comments, and show some love. To the screen coming with us is my brother, Jacob Crane. He is one of my new BFFs, and he's coming with his son, Joseph. And here they go. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Hey, buddy. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, did I do something?
Can you hear us?
Oh, hold on. Jesus.
We see.
I done messed something up.
Can you hear us? We hear.
I took the mic out and I took the earbuds out because it was getting on my nerves. Hold on one second, Jacob. I don't even believe I did this. I'm on live, folks.
Hey, we all getting used to it. Don't worry. I had the same thing happen to me.
Now? I shouldn't even did that, but these things I can't do this. I hate foreign objects.
Can you hear now?
I can hear you now.
We both got in. Look, we both got ours in. Joey got his in. He got his ear in. I got mine in. We good.
So you ready, Joey? Are you ready? Miss Jackson messed all of that up. We had all that great introduction. So you want to tell who you are? Can you tell us who you are?
Yeah. What's your name?
All right, Mr. Crane. So what are you going to do for us tonight?
Read
a book. You're going to read a book? All right. Okay, so come on, audience. If you're watching, we need you to show some love tonight for our wonderful... Oh, Joseph, can you tell everybody? But you like to be called Joey. You like to be called Joey instead?
Yes.
Okay, so Joey, can you tell our audience how old you are?
Yes.
How old are you?
4.
He is 4 years old. Wait a minute. Let me get it out. He's 4 years old, guys. Come on, let's show him some love. We're so proud of you. So you're going to read a book for us?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go off the screen so you can read the book for us tonight, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. I'm going to come back, okay? Are you ready? Okay. You ready? I'm leaving. You ready for me to leave? I'm gone.
All right.
I am great.
You gotta wait. It said, amazing men have come before me. I will be one too. Following in their footsteps is something I must do.
I am great.
I am great. Good. I look to history as one of my biggest teachers. I am proud of my brown complexion and my African features.
I am
Good. I'm happy with myself for doing the right things, being honest, caring, fair, give me good feelings. I am kind. Good. Doing my best in school is something I will do. Learning math and science is pretty awesome too. I am smart. Good. I eat healthy foods and exercise a lot. I have to be good. My body is the only one I got. I am important. Good. Family and friends want me to succeed, even those I don't know, support and believe in me. Good job. I can be president, a professor, and even have my own business. It takes a lot of hard work, but I know I can do this. Good. I am a reflection of God, and He lives within me. I come from excellence. I will fulfill my destiny. What's the word? I am read. I am thankful. Good. Okay, your turn. You read all the words.
I am great. I am important. I'm able.
Okay. What's the last page? I am a king. Good job. Good job. So the book we just read was I Am, a book of affirmations from Aisha Rodriguez. It uses rhyming verses followed by positive affirmation. I am, the words that are followed by are powerful. You know, they're repeated affirmations that will build up Joey's self-esteem and transform his sense of self. So we'll be reading this book often, along with other books. He loves to read to his little brother as well. He's trying to show off my books now, but we're gonna show these books later. I just appreciate Miss Jackson for having us on the show. All right, so you did a great job, man. Great job. We can't hear you, Miss Jackson.
I muted myself so you wouldn't hear me.
There you go.
All right, Joey, I'm so proud of you. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So if you all are listening out there, because I can see there are people that are watching, I can actually see how many people are watching. But if you're not on the Ubuntu Press Facebook page or the Kingdom Influence Facebook page, I can't see your comments. And so if you are on those two pages, please put a comment for Joey so he can see them. I want him to see them. They're going to pop up. So I'm going to write one to you, Joey. You ready? You ready? Watch to see if you can read this. Uh-oh, I spelled it wrong. Ignore that one. Oh, that's right. You can't see that. You couldn't see that I misspelled Joey.
Good job. Say good job, Joey. Yeah. Good job, Joey.
You see it? I got to take it away so I can see those beautiful eyes of yours. I'm so proud of you. You did such an amazing job helping Dad read. So, Coach Crane, let's talk a little bit about literacy and why it's so important. What can you share with our audience what you do for a living? You're leaving us, Joy. Tell everybody bye.
Tell everybody bye. Yeah, I'm gonna show them my books. Tell everybody bye-bye.
Oh, that's what
Good
he
night.
said. He said, show your book, Dad.
Yeah.
You have a good night too, sweetheart.
Daddy,
Yeah.
we can read the book as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him my book.
Too cute. He is just too adorable. So, Coach Crane, tell us a little bit about your history, what you are, what you do, and why literacy is so important to you for your children.
Yeah, so I'm embarrassed to say this. I was a math person growing up, all through school. I come from a lineage of teachers, so of course, education was serious, and I learned how to read very early. And I probably read so many books I got tired of them at an early age. Uh, so when as I got older, went to school, reading was not a fun thing for me. It wasn't until later on in college that I felt that reading really had a powerful impact on my life. And from then, I just to this day, I'm just an avid reader of books from different genres. I'm more of a self-help, motivational kind of fictional book that teaches life lessons, that shares stories. And so for me, and I have two sons, sharing with them the importance of literacy, and me being a full-time educator. You're educator too, so like I push literacy so hard on my students, and it's beyond just sharing with them that the life lessons that they can learn, just being able to expand their vocabulary, being able to learn how to communicate, being able to learn how to present when they read out loud. All those things, strengthening their literacy, especially in the Black community, is very important because, as you know, that when it comes to scores and testings, we score the lowest in literacy across the board.
Yeah.
And so the important thing is for parents and teachers to position yourself where reading is fun, like make it enjoyable for your family. And I know my son see me reading, even my 1-year-old, like he loves books already.
Yeah, he told you, he said, share your book.
Yeah. And his little brother, man, his little brother, he will grab a book in a minute and make you read to him. So just because I want to be an example. My wife reads, but she reads, she likes those entertainment books. But just so they can see us reading, right? See if they see us reading. We have reading time where we just read. And so it's just very important that they see us doing that. Our children see us doing that, and I think that's a must, especially in the Black community, that in order to increase our literacy among our children, right, we have to be the example for them.
Definitely. And so, can he come back? Can Joey come back for a second? Because he got some people
Joey,
showing some love.
Joey, come here.
But while he's coming, you just said something about the importance of the literacy and everything. And one of the things that I've been saying on multiple of the episodes is that in 1870, so right after the conclusion of slavery ending, there was, for the African American community, only 30%, an average about 30% were literate. 70% were illiterate.
Right.
By 1920, those numbers had reversed. But now we have, and then I see Peggy Smith saying, reading time is so important. Yes, it is. Now in 2020, we don't have across our country 30% of our African American children that are able to pass the standardized tests. And we know that there's some issue with standardized tests. You being an educator, me being an educator, there's some issues there. But still, functional literacy it still is very, very low. And so, yes, they can read, so they're not illiterate, like, again, the statistics back in the 1870s, but still not able to read on a high level and compete with other countries. And that's what we want to be able to do. And so one of the things that we're doing, my husband and I, we started a nonprofit, Kingdom Influence. And what we're doing is putting books in the homes of our children here in the city of Flint, but we are promoting literacy all across. So we have people that have registered for our book festival from all over the country, and we're so excited. So Joy, I had your dad have you come back because look, Joy, some people said some stuff to you. Can you see that? Carol Simmons Watkins says, "Good job, Joey." And then look, I wonder who that is. Whose name is that, Joey? Do you know?
Who is
Mimi.
Who is that?
Mimi.
He said his Mimi.
And then look, you have some other love.
Oh, that's Mama.
You got some mama love showing. Yes, yes. And Joy, Mimi, proud of you. Your dad had to read every day. I know that's right. So Joy, guess what? I'm a Mimi too. My grandson and my grandchildren, they call me Mimi too. So you have to meet, you'll get a chance when we do the book festival to meet my grandson. He's going to be one of the MCs for us that night. So I just wanted you to come and see that love that they were showing you. That's some great love. You want to say anything to the people that's watching?
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. You got one more. Somebody's giving you some flexes. That's my husband, Joy. He says, Joy, you are amazing. Do you want to say something back to him?
What you going to say? Thank you.
Thank you.
We enjoyed you tonight. So I know you want to go play. You can go play if you want to. Dad and I are going to finish talking, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. Can I blow you some kisses? All right. Thank you. All the way from Michigan. We're going to talk again soon, okay? All right. So, Jacob, you want to talk? Oh, wait a minute. Willie Jackson has a message for you too.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, brother Jackson.
Yeah, we got to show the dads the love too. We do. We really definitely appreciate. I love when I see dads reading, and it was just really wonderful. The picture that Jacob sent me to go on our promo flyer with him reading. You know, it's great for dads to read to their children. And so I know they love it and enjoy you. And again, they come from a lineage of educators. So reading is not an option.
Right.
Not an option. I seen that was your mom. Was that your mom? Is that your mom?
Yeah, that's
or mama?
Yeah, that's my mom. Yep. My mom is my grandmother.
Okay.
And Mimi is my mom.
Okay. She said it wasn't even an option. It wasn't even an option.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what you do. So we thank you so much for coming on and giving your time. And for those that are watching and listening, Jacob is going to be one of our panelists. We have a discussion, and we're going to be talking about the importance of, we have 6 people on our panelists for September the 19th. And we're going to be talking about the importance of literacy in the African-American community, period, but especially in the African-American community. And Jacob being an educator, his mom is an educator. Again, he comes from a lineage of educators. I'm an educator. I've been in education for almost 30 years. It is so very important for us to promote literacy. You know, again, if they don't have good skills, you know, even with some of the other stuff, making money and things like that, they struggle. And so it's very important for us to be able to know what literacy is. And so we want to talk a little bit more and go into depth about, you know, what you do for a living and everything. So can you tell our audience what you do for a living?
Do everything. I'm a full-time educator, and not only in the school system, but outside the school walls. you know, I guess you could call me a serial entrepreneur. My friend gave me the title the other day, income creator. But really, I just try to align everything with my passion, my purpose, Miss
Okay.
Jackson, and everything that I do with each business that I create, or the way I help people. I just try to align it in that same dynamic. That way, I'm really operating within, you know, my highest potential and operating at a high level to really get results at the same time, whether it's for a company or I'm training a leadership team or a client that I'm working with. It's really just pushing them to the limit, just like I do my students, just like I do my players, my student athletes that I coach. So it all kind of meshes together.
Okay. And if you're on social media, you can get in touch with Coach Crane at his handle of Coach J Crane. He's on Instagram, and just amazing young man doing some really, really great things in helping other people. And one of the ways that I was introduced to him was we both coach. And so we coach people and help them develop a self-awareness and understanding how they can maximize themselves. And this is a time to do it. And so one of the things that we're doing is we're not allowing COVID to change anything. And so that's what I said, even about the book festival. I was kind of like, I don't know. But then I was like, nope, COVID cannot stop us whatsoever. So we got somebody chiming in and says, God's purpose is who you are. Yes, Willie Jackson.
Right.
Go ahead, preach, husband. You know, we have some great things to be able to do, even in the midst of COVID. And so we just want to, you know, give a shout out to somebody tonight. If you might be listening to this, even if you're listening in replay, understand and know that there's a purpose for you and there's a greater calling for you. And you can find out more about how to elevate that. So again, one of the things that Jacob does is he coaches, not just, you know, sometimes we think of coaches as basketball coach, football coach, but we're talking about life coaching. We're talking about changing your life. What did you just say your friend called you?
He called me an income creator.
All right. So we can help change some stuff with your income if that's what you're looking for. COVID does not have to, again, impede anyone's ability to go far. Just to share something with you, Jacob, I have a vision board. My husband and I do a vision board every year. And this year we put our vision board together and everything. We had all of our images on there. And I was just looking at it the other day. I was sitting in my office and I said, you know what? Wow, I had about 21 images on there. And out of all of those images, only one cannot be achieved in the midst of COVID. And that one is we were trying to do like a family reunion cruise with multiple generations of our family. And so we had started coordinate that and all that. And then COVID, it was like, we're going to scratch that. We're not doing a Christmas cruise.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that's on my vision board that's not achievable, even in the midst of COVID. And so last words, you want to say anything, encourage our audience with you know what? I know your motivational stuff. You're on your YouTube. It's really great. Do you want to share anything with our audience?
Yes. Just to piggyback on what you said, like being in the cohort with you, learning under the hip hop preacher himself and the amazing group that we are in. We've just been able to feed off each other and learn different ways to be able to help people, impact them on a higher level. This Sunday, if they go to the flightprogram.com, we actually have a free webinar. And, you know, me and another person in our group, Mr. Daniel Brooks, who's he's in the mental health field. We're going to really talk about how to thrive this last quarter in 2020 during COVID, right? Like you said, it's still a lot of time left for us to reach our goals. And we cannot let COVID stop us, right? We cannot let external things stop us because what's in our hearts, right? What's in our purpose, our passion, what we want to accomplish still can be accomplished in 2020. And so this Sunday, 1:00, you can register at the program. We're going to be spending an hour. It's like a little power hour webinar. Power Hour webinar, we're calling it. Sharing with some people. But I brought some of my favorite toys to share with you guys.
Okay.
Right? This is a great book. The Richest Man in Babylon. A very, very, very good principles.
Hold it up. Hold it up.
Yeah, right there. Richest Man in Babylon. I read these books about once a year. The Greatest Salesman in the World, O.G. Medino. Very good read. Now this one right here, Think and Grow Rich, right? This is Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice, right? They got two different versions. This is by Dr. Dennis Kimbro, right here. You got yours.
I got mine.
That's right. This is just full of stories of successful people. Napoleon Hill, the original Think and Grow Rich, the same thing, full of stories. Read that once a year. And the book that I didn't bring was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. A book that I have to read every year. And then some of my new books by Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He just tell you how to go after it and don't quit. And then the book that everybody must get is my book. My book right here. My first book I wrote, Dream Chasing 101, the 5 things you need to do in order to make your dreams a reality. It's on Amazon. I never thought I would ever write a book, Ms. Jackson, ever in my life. I would never think I would write a book. So I just really appreciate you reading. Like I said, reading is a fundamental staple in my life that has helped me just accomplish so much, and just the continuum part of continuing to personal development, learning, improve every area of my life, whether it's marriage, whether it's being the best husband, best father, best friend, educator I can be. I think just when you're able to read, and it doesn't take. I want to share with people, like, it doesn't take, nothing but to read 10 pages a day. That's 15, 20 minutes of your time. 10 pages a day. You could read 1 book a month.
Yeah.
And definitely that should be a goal for everybody who wants. Some people are complacent. Some people are fine where they at. But if you want to really take your life to another level, I would encourage you to read at least 1 book a month, 12 books a year. And that'll put you on a lifetime journey of staying educated. And that's all, Ms. Jackson. And another thing is, listen, besides that, me and you are faithful people, right? And so we know that without none of this, wouldn't have anything without having that relationship with God. And so those two combinations, having faith that things are going to work out, to how to get through COVID, trusting God, because at the end of the day, He has the ultimate say-so, and putting our trust in Him and not man and not what we see on the news and all the negative stuff. And so the combination of that and surrounding yourself with the right people and reading, I think that is a good, solid base to start on the path of greatness.
Exactly. And you just said something that's really important. Reading CEOs, so a lot of people, want to be successful. So if you want to be successful, then you have to do what successful people do. Successful people, the average CEO reads between 2 to 5 books per month. And so, I try to do the minimum of 2 per month. This month, August was kind of off because I had so many things that I was working on. And this one is my baby. This is one of them. The book festival is so near and dear to me. This is the 2nd year for it. And so again, people, if you have not registered, please register. There's the information down below. It is absolutely free, no cost. But you can walk away winning over $100 worth of books. And actually, the cheapest one is $120. We're giving away 3 bundles. In addition, I'm going to be giving my book away all throughout. And so if you haven't been on with us, my first baby, I have 2 babies, and this is my first baby, Panther in the Sky. It's a book about the Black Panther Party. And my uncle was a Black Panther. He was killed in 1969. And to honor him, I did the book, and I don't have time to go into my testimony tonight, but my life was not, I don't think he would have been totally pleased with some of the stuff, choices I was making, and I had to change it around. When my mother told me the story of his last words was, he knew that his life was in jeopardy, but he didn't care because he was trying to make it better for me. He didn't have children. And at the time I was 3 years old. And so just totally changed my life. And then I have Purple Heart Highway. It's a book about veterans, to honor Black veterans. And so my books are Afrocentric books. And my books, most of them are teaching history lessons because we don't know this stuff in school. So it's very important for us to learn that. And so you hit on some good nuggets. It's important. And you sure told my baby, this is my baby. Look, I stumbled upon him last year, I think 2019, or maybe the end of 2018. And oh my God, I just became a Dennis Kimbrough junkie. I started watching anything that was out there on YouTube and reading any article. Yeah. That man is phenomenal. He's a very, very phenomenal, very down to earth person. And so really, really great. And again, we want to give a shout out to our mentor, one of the best people in the world that's doing some fabulous, fabulous things. E.T., Dr. Eric Thomas, hip hop preacher. I know, there's still people that don't know him, but a lot of
people that know him.
Yeah,
there's a
lot of people that know him.
Yeah, I just did a leadership training, and they didn't know who he was, and these were some top leaders. But I definitely I can't lead a show without saying this, right? So look, me and Miss Jackson, right? We got in, we practicing, we going through our coaching thing, and our practices became a serious coaching moment, and Ms. Jackson was able to bless my life that night. And I'm never gonna forget that. Just very thankful for that coaching session. It was much needed. And you spoke into my life and you prayed over my life, and thank you so much.
Well, we got to do that. I was trying to go back up and find the post. Here we go. Willie Jackson said this to you. Jacob, I pray for your success. You will win. God's promise. Amen.
I appreciate it.
When it's honest, it's honest. And so we're promoting literacy and everything, but we can't forget who we are. We are, I can't be anything than who I am. You can't be anything that you are. We are God's children. So that's a part of it too. And that was the other thing that I was going to say. I'm doing a 30-day challenge right now where I'm reading the New Testament in 30 days. So reading anything and everything is so very important. So to our listening audience, please, 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 please help promote literacy. It's so very important. And it's important for our young children now. We got to put down some of those electric items in. Really, really, really preach. Really read. And so your mom said, thank you, Mrs. Jackson, Jacob's mom. Thank you so much for having such an awesome son. And Sister Crane, Mother Crane, First Lady Crane, we are going to get in touch. We are going to get in touch. I definitely am. You got some other love, some people showing some love for E.T.
Yeah, I need you to push my mom. She gonna get you for that. Yeah. Well, we need that entrepreneurship bug is in there, real good.
Yeah.
So, I definitely need to get y'all in touch because she ready to turn that corner.
Yeah, we gotta talk. I'm meeting friends from all over. I was just showing this one, Danielle Hughes. I met her through Lisa Nichols. We were on a summit together and just kind of befriended each other. So Danielle, thank you for listening tonight. We appreciate it. Yes, E.T. is awesome. And so Jacob and I have had the pleasure to be mentored and coached by him. And so we're doing some things right now, and it's been life-changing. It has really, truly been life-changing. So wait a minute. She said she bought 50 copies of Jacob's Crane books for her students.
That's Dr. Harris. That's the principal.
Dr. Harris. Okay.
That's Dr. Harris out in Greensboro, North Carolina. He's, I think at the time he was one of the youngest principals in the district. I think he's 29 years old. So yeah, he's doing phenomenal things in North Carolina. I think he just took over a new academy. Dr. Harris in Greensboro, North Carolina, doing phenomenal things.
Wow. So we gotta connect and stay out there. Look, Well, Willie Jackson's giving a shout out to your mom. You know, we love moms. My husband lost his mom a couple years ago, but he is a mama's boy, and he just loves, you know, to see sons honor their mothers. And, you know, they had such a great relationship. So he wants shout out and just love to your mom, because we appreciate her again for pouring into you. And so for those that might not know our little thing we've been saying, but his mom is a principal. And so, you know, that was a connection that I had. I was like, yes, I said, you need to talk to my son now so he understand why. So yesterday, I even have to apologize. If anybody watched the live yesterday, my son, and he's 23, so he's grown. My door is closed, and he walked in here while I was on live, and I gave him one of those old, I'm gonna call them Pentecostal looks that you do. They get from the pulpit. Like, did you just get up and walk while the preacher is preaching?
I used to get those from the choir stand. I used to, I'd be acting up. I make eye contact with my mom in that choir. I already knew what time it was after.
Oh, it was on. It was on. So I gave him that look, and then I said, I probably should have explained to people that I wasn't looking at my husband like that, and I didn't have any little children here. It was my grown son that seen the door closed, and he just came in. I'm like, what is he gonna say in the middle of my life? So, yes, we got to still hook you up with Jesse. So thank you so much for Coach Crane coming on tonight. I definitely appreciate it. We can't wait for September the 19th to come, and we're going to do some things. Oh, we got another comment. Let's see what Mom's saying. Dad said we should work up on purpose to fulfill our purpose. I know that's right. Amen. We have to. Purpose is, and it's got to be what God wants us to do. Nothing else. As I used to learn, my mother used to say, everything else gonna fail. Everything else going by the way. But what God says. So we're just so very excited tonight. Literacy is so very important. So for those that came on, don't go anywhere yet. Coach Crane, we're going to show them one more time if people came in late to see what we're actually giving away during the book festival.
Right.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist in the air.
Put your fist up.
Yeah. Put your fist up. What we want, what we need, what we deserve. Freedom. Black power, scream it loud.
All right. So I don't know if the audio is messed up because I got this earpiece in. Could you hear the audio?
Yeah, we heard
Okay,
sound.
I can't hear it because I got it in. Okay. So yeah, that song was written and done by 3 of my cousins. And so I told him, I need to snatch that song and use it for our thing. And so I do it with my Black Panther. So we got to do freedom. Power to the people. So Willie Jackson again says, yes, thank you, Dad. He says, we can't leave Dad out, and we cannot. And then I have somebody saying, thank you, Mrs. Jackson, for a wonderful program. May God bless you and your family. Oh, so this is your grandmother.
It's my grandma. Listen, my grandma's still working. She's still getting it. 80 plus years old, still getting up every morning. We can't get her to retire or nothing. And she putting in more work than everybody in her family. So, she motivates me every day. When I think about staying in the bed, I know my grandmother getting up and headed to the office. So she out there still getting it.
You told me about her. Just wonderful. That's how my great grandmother was. She was 92 or 93 when she passed. She's been gone for about 20 years now. But we called her Big Mama. She was little as she can be, but we called her Big Mama. And Big Mama could go anywhere, did anything. In cancer, she got cancer and she went out immediately. Had that not happened, I think she would have lived way over 100. She gardened, she shopped, she did everything. She took care of herself. Just went, and that's how we roll. So, Sister Holly, Mother Holly, Grandma Holly, we thank you for having such an awesome grandson. And again, Coach Crane, we appreciate you so much. We got some more love coming from one of my babies. I call her my baby, even though she was one of the teachers that I hired at one of the schools that I was at. And so she calls me Mama Pal. So for Principal, so she puts mom and principal together. So she called me Mama Pal. Thank you so much, Maria. We love you. She went from being a teacher to now she's a principal, and I am so very, very proud. And so we are so proud. She said she's going to share it with her staff. Yes. Look, I told you, Willie Jackson, he loved that mama and grandma. He said, so grandmom is the foundation. I know that's right. A lot of us wouldn't be here without our grandparents. And so we just want to again say thank you. Can you raise your book up one more time?
Yeah,
when I say it's
go,
phenomenal,
right,
support him. Buy the book. I'm going to put it down in the bottom, but it's Dream Chasers 101. And it is absolutely phenomenal read. My son grabbed it. I was like, you better get my book back and get your own. And so it's an amazing. And Coach Crane is such an amazing person. Again, you want to connect. So I'm going to give you some information again one more time. You can connect with him. The information is at the bottom, theflightprogram.com. Again, theflightprogram.com. You can connect with him in that way. And then I want to say one more time before we get ready to leave that we actually are giving away all of these books. So Ubuntu Press is my business, and we are supporting Kingdom Influence, which is our nonprofit. My husband is the, oh, really? They don't want to show my comment. It's just like, really? It wouldn't let me show that. It's just a minute ago. So if you would consider donating to the children here in the city of Flint, what we're working on is building libraries, home libraries for children in need. We know what happened here in the city of Flint. And one of the main things that my mission has been, I moved back to Flint to help in the middle of the water crisis, was to help make sure our children get the best education possible. And so even though I'm not in the actual brick and mortar school, I'm still promoting school within the homes and for literacy to be the number one thing. So if anybody wants to donate, mykingdominfluence.org is our website, /donate. You can donate any amount. What we're doing is literally putting libraries in the homes of children. Because I don't know, I'm going to say this one more time and then we're really going to get off of here, Jacob. Your children have books, don't they?
Oh yeah, they got a lot of books.
Yeah.
We got a lot. We just bought a pack of 5 the other day. We don't just buy one at a time. We at least if we go to the store, we at least grabbing 2 or 3 books at a time.
Yeah. My kids had books. Unfortunately, I didn't have a library at home. And so when I became a teacher, I just bought crazy. My first year teaching, I spent about $5,000 on books. I mean, I just went crazy. And then my children had access to all of those books that I had. Plus they had their own books. I used to, do with my son, my youngest son. I would buy books when he got about 5th grade. We start doing a young adult, but novels, anything to educate him. Actually, he read Mindset by Carol Dweck in the 5th grade. And so I bought it, he bought it, and we co-read. So we did some partner books. So books are so very important. Unfortunately, everybody does not have books in their homes. And so, again, that's the whole purpose of us doing that. So if there's anybody that is listening, again, if you're watching this through replay, and you want to donate, any amount helps. We can buy books as cheap as $3.99, $2.99. But we do have some wonderful books. The books that are in our giveaway, those are not cheap books. We have some books that are $19 and $20 hardcover books for children. And so we want to support that. So we thank everybody tonight. We definitely thank you, Coach Crane. We could not do this without you. I was trying to go back up and put, here we go. So if you want to check us out on social media, you can contact Coach Crane at Coach J Crane. He's on Instagram. And my Instagram handle is Expo Eduventures. Is my business. And so again, we both coach. We love literacy. We're both educators. And we're just having a good time influencing and impacting children and young people's lives. And so we're even helping adults. Any last words?
Right. Just this Sunday, same thing, like you presented the platform today, this Sunday, theflightprogram.com, a free hour power webinar. We're just gonna be able to drop some gems and spend some time with you on there, kind of intimate setting. That's why we did a webinar type setting. But other than that, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I love it. I can't wait to be on the panel. Have Joey there.
Yes.
We'll have Joey. We'll have everybody. I will send it to my students. We're going to try to pack that webinar. We are going to pack that webinar out on September 19th, the virtual conference. I'm just trying to win one of those packages. You might have to rig it for me a little.
It's open for everybody, anybody that registers. So yes. And so again, Willie Jackson he wants to have a final, and I'm gonna let him have the final since he is co-host that's not in front of the screen. He says, thank us both. And so we appreciate you, husband, so much for all of your support. And we most of all really appreciate you starting Kingdom Influence so that we can impact the lives of our young people all over. But our starting point is here in Flint, Michigan, because we're going to mitigate and we're going to make a change in what happened to them that was just horrible. So again, thank you, Coach Crane. We're out tonight. Please make sure you register if you have not registered. It's down at the bottom, September 19th. Put it on your calendar. You can go to bit.ly, AACBF. It's that easy. African American Children's Book Festival. This is our second annual one, and we're so excited. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. Again, Coach Crane, we appreciate your time. You have a good evening.
Thank you.